Hi everybody, Martyn at Flickered Feathers again today, and I'm tying Pop's Jiggy. It's a very effective saltwater fly. Works for all kinds of species. It's a good alternative to the clouser when you want something that's a bit more snag resistant and having a bit more aggressive jigging action. As always, I'll put a materials list in the description, along with a link to the Patreon page for anyone that wants to support the channel, get access to the members only content and be entered into the giveaways. You can also subscribe, hit the bell button so you get notified of the new videos. That's all, appreciate it. So I've got my hook and my vise. This is a Gamakatsu Sp11 3L 3H, slightly long shank. Nice perfect bend. I like this hook for the jiggy, although you can use like your standard saltwater if you like. I've already put a Pop's jiggy head. It's a tungsten cone with eyes already attached on here. This is a size medium. If you can't get these, a lot of people in the UK have messaged me since I put the pollock fly up yesterday, saying that they don't know where to get these. A tungsten cone is fine. This is an old one that I tied years ago. I had to dig it out of an old box, tied with a tungsten cone. They work fine. Now I'm just going to put a bit of super glue in behind the cone there, and I'm going to push up. I've got some 030 lead wire, about 5 tons. I'm just going to ram it in there to stabilise the bead. Right, it's not really about the weight, there's plenty of weight in the tungsten cone, and the fly overall will be about 6 grams. So I'm now going to start some fine mono thread. I'm using the uni stuff, but you can, I mean, it doesn't matter as long as it's just the fine clear monofilament. Build up a wee dam, and then I'm going to tie a chartreuse and white version. So start with the white. I'm just going to get some bucktail. And on this size I'm going to tie in a fair amount. You can obviously go sparser if you wish. I'm just going to take away some of the really short hair. And then I'll even up the butts, grip them, and I'll just sweep away any short fibres that are still in there, so it's nice and clean. Then I push that up behind the cone and with nice tight wraps tie up into the back of the cone there. Make sure it's nice and secure and on top. Right. Then I'll just use the hook point just to split it. And I only want to keep my tie in, you know, that's about 5-7 mil, something like that, quite short. There's no any like body material on the shank here. For flash I'm going to use some, what's this, sparkle here. It's a Sp11 flash, but anything will do. Crystal flash, Flashabou, polar flash, up to you, whatever you like. Now I'm going to slightly taper the ends. I've got, I don't know, half a dozen fibres here mixed, and I'm going to let them come in. So the longest one or two are just longer than the bucktail. Just take a couple of turns, fold it back, the other side's a wee bit shorter, so you get a nice sort of tapered range of flash through the fly. And then I'm going to come in with some chartreuse bucktail. Same again, just clear out the really short hairs into the bin. And then I'll just check the length. Got that about there. Get another re-clean. I'm just making sure my ends are nice and neat. Then I'll just, same again, I'll just push them into the back of the cone. Tie them back in there. Nice and tight. Make sure you keep it on top. That'll do. I've got a wee single bit of bucktail there that's annoying me, so I'll just take it away. Tidy that up. And now, a quick finish. And then we're ready for the resin. Now, I'm using Solar Res Thick because it's nice and viscous. You've got plenty of time to work and it's not going to soak up into the bucktail. Now, if you use the thin resin, the capillary action can soak it up. Just got to get that on and put plenty on, and I like to sort of push it into the back of the cone just to make sure it's all the way in there. Right, you'll find that you can always seem to push it in quite a bit. Obviously you don't need to worry about bubbles because the front's open. And then I'll come around, get that out of the way, making sure that the tie-in is completely covered. Right, I don't want any exposed thread. I want a nice wee shape there, a nice wee sort of smooth transition into from the bead into the fly. Just got to wipe the cone there, take any wee stray bits of resin away. And I'm just rotating it, watching it. And that's another reason I like the thick. It moves a bit slower than the thinner resins, so you can sort of take your time when you're getting that nice smooth round shape, and it will be much more likely to be uniform than a thinner resin. When you're happy, just hit it with a torch. Top and bottom. And give it enough time, right? I don't mind spending 30-40 seconds because it's still much quicker than fanning about with epoxy. So there you go, that's Pop's Jiggy. A great option anytime you're fishing deep or you want an aggressive up and down jigging action. Good if you're fishing down in front of like a cliff face or something from a boat. If you're dredging deep around structure, or just if you're fishing from the beach as well, it can be a good fly. So I hope that was useful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up below and subscribe to the channel. Tight lines, guys. Bye.